So the next drill is front toss or front flip, sometimes people call it. That's when a coach is behind the screen here and they're flipping underhand with some speed, with some velocity, so that a hitter can now see the pitch coming in from the same angle that they see in the game. And so this is the next level of still mastering your own swing and your mechanics, but the ball's moving a little bit more and it's the right angle as you see in the game. And we still need to keep in mind, we're working on the same things we just worked on with tee and with soft toss. But again, now it's just getting a little more timing involved. It's working on getting this front foot down at the right time and making sure we make contact in the right spot. We still have the same things in mind though. It's the same swing we're working on. It's just the next level of it. It's an in-between stage between tee work and soft toss and the coach throwing overhand. And I think it's really important to make sure you get enough front toss in and make sure you still work on the same things that you're trying to work on, hitting a pitch that's outside to the opposite field side and hitting a pitch that's middle in pull side. So now you're hitting with a coach or a thrower, throwing overhand, and obviously this is the setup, this is nothing new to you guys, but here's the approach and here's where the difference is. Now you need to focus more on your timing and more on seeing the ball off the bat, right? Tracking the pitch in. Focusing on what you would work on in the game to really get your mind ready to hit the ball. And so it's not as much mechanical. We're not thinking mechanics throughout every single pitch. That is why tee, soft toss, and front toss are so important. And so those are the times to master mechanics. And now this is the time to take your mind into a game-like situation. Again, timing is key. And we also need to make sure that we're seeing the ball off the bat and that we're having good vision and a good approach to what we're trying to look for. A really good thought for a hitter is you want to imagine the ball's coming down through a tunnel. And so this can be a really good visual to help you track a fastball, but to also hit the off-speed pitch. Because if you can see the ball through a tunnel and have that visual, that from when the pitcher releases it, it's coming through a tunnel to home plate. When the ball starts to leave the tunnel, that is your cue, that's your indicator that it's going to be a ball. It's not a pitch you want. And so as a hitter, you're anticipating the ball coming down your tunnel at all times. You're visualizing it, you're seeing it. And somewhere around that halfway point, you're going to have a better indication as to where that ball's going. And the closer the ball gets to you, the more you'll realize if it's a ball or strike. But the key is this, we're always anticipating our pitch to come. You are not in there as a spectator. You're not in there just looking to see what the ball's going to do. You're not in there looking to see what you're going to get. You are anticipating, you are expecting that every single time that ball is being thrown, it's going to be your pitch. That way when it's there, you're not surprised. And that's where hitters get it wrong. They get in there and they're observing too much. They're trying to see what happens, and then by the time they realize it's time to swing, it's too late. Or they're not in a good position to swing. Right? They're not athletic, they're not aggressive, they're not attacking the baseball. So if you want to be a good hitter is aggressive. And a good hitter that's aggressive is anticipating. They're expecting their pitch to be there. And if they don't get the pitch they want, they're mad. They're daring their pitcher to throw that same pitch again and make sure that they can get a pitch that they can drive. That's the thoughts. That's the mentality every time you hit. But again, that has nothing to do with your mechanics, right? And so these are two different approaches depending on the drill that we're working on. And again, I think a lot of us just stay in the same zone where we're not really thinking about what is my purpose here and then what's my purpose here. There is a time and a place for both. So timing, getting your mind ready for the game, getting your eyes and your vision prepared in a way so that you can hit the best that you can hit and you can see the ball off the bat. And again, if you can just focus on looking for your pitch, seeing the ball off the bat and getting your timing down, those alone are enough to focus on because those in itself are hard enough to do consistently. But if you're thinking about all of those and thinking about your mechanics at the same time, that's where hitting's tough and that's where we struggle. So understand what we're trying to do within each drill, and you'll have much more purpose and much more success throughout your training sessions.